I shall now make statement in my capacity as the representative of Algeria. أشكر السيد المدعي العام للمحكمة الجنائية.
I thank you, Prosecutor of the International Criminal Court, for your briefing. I thank you, Mr. President. I also wish to welcome the Permanent Representative of Sudan to this meeting. 20 years ago, the Security Council decided to refer the situation in Darfur to the International Criminal Court. And today, we are considering the 40th report of the ICC in accordance with Resolution 1593. Bringing about justice and criminal responsibility remains essential in establishing a holistic approach which will make it possible to resolve the conflict in Sudan. In this connection, I want to make the following points. 1. We must guarantee that there is complementarity between transitional justice, accountability, and peace-building efforts in Sudan, and namely in Darfur. We must do everything we can to lend new momentum to and strengthen judicial structures with a view to supporting national ownership of this process. In this regard, we commend the adoption by the government of Sudan of a national plan for the protection of civilians in Sudan. This plan is, inter alia, based on the principle of the rule of law and human rights. 2. It is appropriate to examine all available frameworks and take them into consideration in terms of establishing which are the appropriate means with which to administer transitional justice in a holistic fashion and with the Sudanese leadership in charge. In this context, the African Union, through its bodies and its structures, is an important framework. That framework will make it possible to create appropriate mechanisms with which we can pursue our goals. 3. It would also be appropriate to take account of recent developments in Darfur as well as specific dynamics at play in Sudan, because the RSF's failure to comply with Resolution 2736 of the Security Council by retaining a blockade over El-Fasher and they're showing blatant disregard for our Council's resolutions. All of this is a source of grave concern for us. Clashes continue in El-Fasher, which is home to hundreds of thousands of residents. And that is leading to unsustainable ramifications for both civilians and their infrastructure. In this connection, the last functioning hospital in El-Fasher city was the target of drone attacks last Friday. Those attacks claimed more than 70 civilian lives. Moreover, finding a lasting solution to the conflict will not be within the reach of the international community if we don't put an end to foreign intervention in Sudan. For that reason, we once again appeal to condemn these interventions explicitly and in unequivocal terms. Ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues, Darfur and Sudan, more broadly speaking, are witnessing unprecedented escalation in several regions with an increased risk of the conflict spilling over into neighboring countries. For that reason, we reiterate our appeal for an immediate unconditional ceasefire, which will make it possible to pave the way for a Sudanese political process, a process which will be genuine and targeted. We commend the measures recently taken by the government of Sudan, and we urge parties concerned to continue to facilitate the delivery of humanitarian aid and to ensure that that can continue over time. To conclude, we reiterate the need to protect innocent civilians in Sudan and to promote dialogue. Thank you.